Hi there guys, welcome to another Yes Football section, and with us today we have Gilberto Silva, one of the legendary Invincibles of the Arsenal 2003-2004 season. And we, thank you Gilberto for coming down to Malaysia, to join us here on this fantastic segment. And as you know, a lot of you have asked fantastic questions on Facebook, and thank you for asking these questions. So our first question comes from Eleazar Joey, and it says, "Dear Gilberto, are you satisfied seeing the performance of the current Arsenal squad, where priority seems to be qualifying for Champions League football rather than winning it? And what changes need to be made by Arsenal's management so that the team can challenge for the Premiership?"
Of course, I'm not happy. I think the fans and also the team are not happy with their performance in terms of what they really want to achieve. It's important for them, to qualify for the Champions League next year. Any big team like Arsenal always have to think about winning the title, of course. They did very well, and after that they dropped so many important points, especially at home.
Right, Arsenal been doing that the last few seasons before.
And then it's hard, because the other team didn't lose many points, and what is really hard, for everyone who loves Arsenal. But they miss a great opportunity to become champion this year.
Okay, we're going to go to the second question, which is from Mehmet Adam Adeli, and he asks, after all the struggles you had with pursuing your dream as a footballer during your childhood while you were growing up, who was the actual person that made you want to pursue a football career?
When I was a kid, I always liked to follow my dad, because he used to play on an amateur club.
Yep.
I traveled with him by bus, and I started thinking about it. Oh, maybe one day, it would be nice to play in Italy. Why not? It's like a kid, a dream for a kid, And it came true, it's amazing. And then you start to see, to become a fan of some players, some football players, some guys from like Zico, Toninho Cerezo, Reinaldo, some other guys, From then on, you start to, maybe, let's see, then things happen.
So we're going to move to a third question from Christopher Kim, and he says, you were part of the famous Invincibles team. What would it take for the current squad to do in order to repeat what your team did? Or is it a one-off and it would never be repeated?
I don't like comparison.
Absolutely.
Because what we achieved is maybe it's once in life. Maybe one day some other club can achieve what we did, but it won't be easy. I hope they achieve good things, great things, and of course they need to grow up themselves, learn with each other, support each other, as we did by the time. Every game we went, we knew that we were going to win because we were very solid. We learned from our mistakes.
We're going to move on to a little bit of a more light-hearted question from LeSean, and he asks, who actually threw the pizza at Sir Alex Ferguson during the Battle of the Buffet?
I was in the dressing room, and I just heard some noise and people shouting. And then when I went out, I just see some pizza thrown out around. I had to cover myself. But to be honest, I don't know who was the guy.
Okay. So number 5 we have from Sean Shazrin, who says, who do you think is the best to replace Arsene Wenger when he retires?
Won't be easy to replace Arsene when he retired. Of course, there is a lot of young managers that they are doing great, When this come, for the new manager, I wish him good luck, because it won't be easy. It will be a hard task for him.
Question number 6 here from Kevin Tay Cheng Yang, and he asks Gilberto, who is the toughest player you've played with throughout your entire career?
It's quite hard, just to pick one. Especially when I look back on my life, on my career. I'm very fortunate to be among them, It's like a gift.
Number 7 is from Julian Leslie Anyi, and she asks, what was the most memorable goal that you have ever scored and why?
I think the first goal at Arsenal was great against Liverpool.
Yep.
But there is also against PSV. PSV was the fastest goal by the time on Champions League, you know, which for me was amazing.
Okay, and then we've got the next one from Prabha Van P. And he says, do players ever go against the manager's wishes blatantly and ignore the tactical instructions of the manager in the game? And is it true when they say, managers lose the dressing room?
It depends, sometimes we listen, depends if we believe it's okay, But of course, there's some points you have, even though we train, there is a tactic for the game. At some point you have to make a decision in the game, Sometimes some managers lose the control in the dressing room, But when this kind of thing happen, I feel sad for that, because it's not good for the team. Because everyone must not look up to themselves, You don't have to be selfish to play for yourself. You have to play for the team, Unfortunately, this happens sometimes.
So, our final question from Mr. Mam Akil Fatih. He asked Gilberto, so who inspires you in your daily life?
Oh, my parents.
Parents.
My parents, my family, they are my guideline,
Thank you,
pleasure.
Gilberto. Muito obrigado
De
for
nada.
your time.
It's a pleasure.
And remember, guys, we'll have 40 jerseys signed by Mr. Invincible himself to all our fans out here on Facebook. So check us out on Twitter and Instagram over the football season. So once again, we want to say yes to the football season.